You need to prove to me that it's your Torah, your gospel. You need to prove that. You need to say, show us that in Medina. He's making some points here. Well, that's easy. Let's first of all establish that the Quran thinks the Torah and the Injil are my scriptures. So, for example, in Surah Al-Miliam, verse 2 to 10, it clearly talks about Zechariah. And Zechariah, who was too old to have a child. But an angel came to Zechariah. Oh, this sounds familiar. Where have I heard this story for? And then in the same verses, it says that John wasn't permitted to speak for a certain period of time. And also they would call the baby Yahya, which is supposedly in Islamic tradition a variant of John. That's interesting. Where have I heard that? That comes from Luke chapter 1. The Quran is quoting Luke. Ladies and gentlemen, Muhammad did not stop and live only in Medina. His companions and wives went to Ethiopia, to Aksum. He had Christians from Najran in Yemen. His wife was from Mary the Copt, who was from Alexandria in Egypt. All of these people were Christians who Muhammad interacted with. He knew what the Bible was because he heard it from us. And we have manuscript evidence from Ethiopia, from Yemen, from Egypt, all confirming our scriptures. It is our scriptures. Muhammad knew it and he confirmed it in the Quran. Let me give you another example. Jesus is the Word. John chapter 1, any Christian knows this. The Quran quotes it in many places. Brilliant stuff. Surah 57, the parable of the foolish and wise virgins with a light going up to a wedding festival and they have to go away because they don't have enough light and they can't get into the wedding. That's in the Quran in Surah 57. I'll leave it to my next point.
That Chris mentioned, he said that you're not on anything until you stand on the Torah, the Injil and the Quran. He forgot the and the Quran. How do you implement the Torah and Injil and the Quran? By fulfilling what the Torah and Injil tell you to do, which is to follow the Quran. Follow what Allah told you to do in the Torah and the Injil, which is to follow the Quran and the final prophet. This is even your concept. You believe the Old Testament was revealed, but you believe the Jews should accept the New Testament. But that doesn't mean you don't believe in the Old Testament. For us, we believe in the original Torah and the original Injil. This told us in these books to follow the final prophet, and that's how this command is fulfilled, not by following a man-made book, the Bible, which is written by men hundreds of years after the time of when Jesus even came. This is ridiculous.